The tropics, we continue to watch. All eyes on Invest 98L. It is strengthening in the Caribbean right now, and the odds have gone up. This is part of the Atlantic, where we've got some pretty ripe ingredients needed to fuel some of these hurricanes, including very warm waters. One of those, according to Dr. Andy Hazelton, the associate scientist at the University of Miami, are those high sea surface temperatures.
The water there is 85, 86, 87 Fahrenheit. It's very deep. So even if it's a hurricane were to sit in one spot for a while, it would just be churning up more warm water. The upper level winds are very light, which means there's not going to be much shear. Moisture looks high. So pretty much all the ingredients are there to get a major hurricane, maybe even a strong major hurricane if you have a storm over water long enough.
Yeah, that's a big part of the conversation we have been having here at Fox Weather is there's just warm water that this thing is going to feed off of. Right now, you can see where Invest 98L is located. It's starting to pick up more in the way of steam and energy, and the odds of development have gone up. In fact, as we go through the next 2 days from the National Hurricane Center, the odds have now gone up to 90% chance of development. This thing has slowed down just a bit. It was booking it yesterday. Slowing down today gives it a better chance of becoming a little more organized. The center of the storm just off to where we've got the big thunderstorms, big robust thunderstorms. Look at the winds, though. 45 miles per hour coming in right now, and you can see the center of the storm. This is north of the ABC Islands. So Curacao on the map. The ABC Islands typically are rather dry. They get missed by a lot of the hurricanes, so they're getting some moisture, much needed moisture at that, but it could cause some localized flooding because they are a pretty arid region. You wouldn't imagine it, right? Because most of the storms just go to the north and they don't get a lot of the moisture here. Meantime, they are getting some showers and thunderstorms. The Lesser Antilles are watching this closely for more in the way of showers and thunderstorms. There you can see where the National Hurricane Center has tagged the center of the storm. It is starting to fill in with clusters of thunderstorms. It is dealing with less in the way of wind and the wind shear. That's working in its favor. Moisture is starting to fill on in. Remember, storms need moisture to build up and just cause more storms. We're starting to see that. If you were with us yesterday, we were rather dry, especially on the southwestern corner of this system. Now we're starting to fill in with more in the way of moisture. Certainly the western and the northern half of this storm have been filling in nicely. Now, when you look at the water temperatures, here is what we are talking about. Mid to upper 80s. Deep at that, because we have not had any systems come through here that would mix up the cooler water from the lower portions of that body of water, bringing it to the surface. It's just deep, like a pool, if you will. We do have good news. The hurricane hunters are going in later today. They go in at 12:45 Eastern. They are leaving from Curacao. They're doing a low-level investigation, which is great because they go into the lower portions of this storm, figure out what it's doing. You want to look at this storm in all layers, like a cake. What are each layers of the atmosphere doing? What do we have as far as wind? We've got a relative humidity, all of it. They take all of this into account. This goes back into the forecast models, and it gives the forecast models a better handle of what this storm is doing. This is very interesting as well. Also part of the conversation we had with you here yesterday at Fox Weather, it's the exclusive Fox model, the tropical threat. It's taken into account the GFS, the Euro, Google AI. Confidence has gone up, as we see, especially from the National Hurricane Center as well, that this thing is going to turn into a depression or a storm in the next day or two. Beyond that, there is still a huge spread as to what happens beyond the next 2 days. Several reasons for that, which we will go into in just a moment. But notice all of the models past day 2 are all over the place, really into Sunday. They're kind of spreading out. So right now, the consensus takes it over portion of Hispaniola, and we've got to watch portions of this part of the country because we've got some high terrain.